Well, I'm with Jennifer at the Russellville Community Market. Jennifer, what's the history of the market? Kind of how did it get started? And how did we get here?
Okay, so this is an online farmers market, and we've always been an online farmers market.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And we were founded almost exactly 10 years ago by a farmer who wanted to try a new business model with doing an online farmers market.
Huh.
So there was a gentleman who lives in Georgia who wrote a software program called Locally Grown, and that's the software that we actually use. So at least 10 years ago, people were already kind of getting into this local food movement, and an entrepreneur had the idea to do this software program. We were supported by a church in Russellville called the All Saints Episcopal Church, and we were housed out of that church for the first 8 years that the market existed, and in the past 2 years, we have moved downtown to the depot, which has been a really nice.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, really cool spot. And it looks like it's easy for the farmers and the customers to just kind of drive through,
Absolutely. We don't really have a square in Russellville, and so the old train depot is the closest thing that we have to a square. So this is as happening as it gets in this town at the old train depot.
With COVID coming on, what kind of adjustments did you guys have to make?
So we were actually very lucky because we did already have our business model was online. The largest adjustment that we made is instead of having our customers come inside the depot building to pick up their orders, they just stay in their car, kind of like Sonic. We have the Sonic business model now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
and the customers have been, I think, very appreciative of that, especially some of our more senior customers. And we have some that they'll send me a message beforehand to find out what their order total is. They'll write a check and put it in the trunk of their car. And when they pull up, they pop their trunk and we can exchange the money and the food without having any contact.
Zero contact. That's really smart. So besides just your farmers and your regular customers, how's the community at large rallied to support you guys?
We have, I don't know the exact number of customers that we have gained, but when you look at our sales numbers, you can tell that that's probably a good word, they really have rallied behind this market. Our sales numbers have quadrupled some weeks.
So what do you guys do to get the word out?
Okay. We have done a number of things in the past. We've had 10 years to kind of play around and figure out what kind of marketing works. Social media is where it's at, I think, as far as I can tell. Our Facebook ads and our Facebook presence seems to be the thing that brings the most new customers to us as far as something that we can evaluate like that. Facebook ads work very well. We did a big billboard one time. I thought that was a great idea. Other people said that was not a great idea. But social media seems to be really useful.
Well, and I think you were saying earlier that your number of followers has jumped during this time, right?
Yes, I just looked last night, we've got about 2,000 people who are registered customers with us. We do not have that many people who order every week though. So there's room for us to grow, even though we've had a very good sales year, there's still room for us to grow.
Well then, speaking of growth, what does the future look like? Where's this all going?
Well, we're adding new farmers all the time. We just recently got approval to sell seeds on our market, and we've never done that before.
Cool, yeah.
And I don't know if y'all have a garden, but this past year, some of the major seed companies shut their websites off because so many people were buying seeds, and that was alarming too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And so, we've got quite a few, like professional farmers and gardeners. We've got our own seed stores, right? Now we can sell that through our market, and I expect to see more of that sold.
I agree.
We're a weekly market, and I manually go in and open our website, open to ordering on Friday at 12 noon. And customers can log in and they can order whatever's available until Sunday night at 10 p.m. when I manually go in and shut the website down. I usually wait a little longer than that, just in case there's people like me out there who wait last minute to order.
Yeah, relatable.
But basically you've got, 2 days to go in there and place an order. And then on Tuesdays, that's our market day, the farmers have from Sunday night, that's pretty late though, the farmers have from Sunday night until Tuesday to come get their orders ready and drop them off at the depot.
Okay.
And the farmers will drop off their items between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock. They come at a specific time so they're not crowding each other. and it's just to reduce
smart.
contact.
That's good.
So that's why the farmers are spread out, because it's, they've got a specific time that they're supposed to show up. And so the farmers drop off between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock on Tuesday, and then myself and Micah and Casey will take their orders. I print out all the order sheets, the alphabetical order by the customer's name, and we gather the orders together on the tables. There are some items that need to be refrigerated or put in the freezer, and we have freezers and refrigerators for that, and we usually highlight it on the sheet so we know
There
to
you
go grab it.
Yeah.
And then customers show up. They have from 4 o'clock p.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. to come. We had to expand that because we had so many sales this year. And so they've got, it's a 4-hour window that they can drive by. They stay in their car, and we bring their order out to them, and they can pay. We encourage them to use exact change or personal check, so they're not having to touch a bunch of money. But they can. We've got it if they want to do that. I hand out wipies to everybody, little Clorox wipies to everybody. We have a card reader, so if they want to use a debit card or a credit card, we also take EBT. You need a strong support team, and it's not, I'm the director, but I'm not just the director. I've got 2 market managers that help me. I can't do this job without them. We have a very supportive board of directors, and I think we've got 6 active members on there right now. And it is, like the ladies from the Episcopal Church that have been with us for 10 years. There's a, professor from Tech, Dr. Josh Lockyer in the anthropology department. He's been with us the whole time, and we've got support from all these different areas. I can't do it without them.
Yeah.
And so if you're a market director, find people who are also interested in supporting a local market, because you cannot do this by yourself. It's too much work. In the past, Russellville has had up to 3 different farmers markets, and they've always struggled on their own. And so, we just needed enough people together to kind of get that ball rolling down the hill. For our finances and our business model and getting the word out, it has been an amazing year for us.
You just happen to be set up perfectly for that,
We really were.
Great.
And nobody could have seen that.
Yeah.
Nobody could have seen that when they started this. So online is great. Social media presence is great. Local farmers are great.